Simplify each of the following expressions, giving the final answer as an integer. Welcome to this video where you'll see some of logarithm problems solved step by step and explained in details. So here we want to simplify these logarithm expressions, but the direction is clear. They said simplify each of the following expressions. Now this is the important part. Given the final answer as an integer. So they don't want to see the final answer as log or fraction or decimal. They have to be an integer. Okay, but what they mean here by integer? A quick review. Remember, when we use a number line like this, we have 0, 1, 2, 3. So going to the right side, we have a positive numbers, and go back to the left side, we have a negative numbers. See, so in sum, we want the solution for these two questions to be something, when we can place on a number line. So it will not be a decimal, will not be a fraction or log, but they have to be counting numbers and their opposites, something like that. Okay, so let's see the first question. Logarithm of 3 with base 2. We can place this in a parenthesis. So logarithm of 3 with base 2. So 2 is the base. So logarithm always has a base, and that base has to be a number which is positive but not 1. Okay, so logarithm of 3 with base 2 minus logarithm of 24 with base 2. So because we need the answer as an integer without log, that means what? During the process, we'll do something to eliminate the log. For that, let's break down this part. Okay, so we rewrite the expression as logarithm of 3 with base 2 minus logarithm. So the 24, we're going to break it down as what? 3 multiplied by 8. So with the same base 2. Now, this is same as logarithm of 3 with base 2 minus logarithm base 2 of 3. So I use square bracket plus logarithm of 8 with base 2. So there is a property. There is a property, and we need to understand these properties to better understand what is going on here. So the property I just used is the one I highlight in yellow. So logarithm of x times y will be logarithm of x plus logarithm of y. Okay, so we assume that 24 is 3 times 8. That's why we break it down as logarithm of 3 plus logarithm of 8. Now, to avoid mistake, that's why I use this square bracket because of the negative sign. So the negative sign before the log means that if you break it down, that negative sign will multiply everything in the square bracket, or will be distributed to everything in the square bracket. So we continue. We're gonna have log of 3 with base 2 minus log of 3 with base 2 minus again log. So here 8, I will write it as what? 2 to the third power, again with base 2. So this negative here, this negative sign came from this negative sign. So the negative multiplied by positive change to negative. So we distribute the negative sign to everything inside the square bracket. So you will see that the first two logs will cancel out because they are opposite. So now we have a negative 3 log of 2 with base 2, which is negative 3. Okay, or if you understand, we can just directly, if you have negative log, so or negative log of 2 to the third power with base 2, this is directly the negative with the 3. So this power here is here. There's a rule of property. If I go back here, the one I highlight in blue, so you have a log of a raised to x power with base a. This is just the power. Okay, or we can use this one, number 3. So you take the power and you use this as a coefficient, and that coefficient multiply the log. Okay, you could use number 3 or number 4, property 3 or number 4 to get the answer. So the first question has answer negative 3, and you see that the answer is an integer. You see, it's an integer, so the log disappeared. Okay, let's see question 2. For question 2, the concept is the same. So the first one, the first log, we're gonna have 2 again based on property 4. Property 4 say that if the base is same as the base of the power, so we have a AA. So we just use the power as a result, minus 4. Again, I'm gonna use a square bracket. Log of a fraction is a log of the numerator. So there is a here. Okay. Log of the numerator, which is a log of 1, minus log of the denominator. So you have to understand that log of 1 is 0. What property say that? Let's go here, this one here. So log of 1 with base a equals 0. Okay, so we have a 0 minus 1. Where the 1 came from? So here I use again the property. So yes, this one here. So log of a with base a equals 1. Okay, so you'll see that log is not something difficult. It will be simple if you understand the properties. It will be difficult for you if you don't know the property. That's why it's very important, to always match the property with the question. That will help you to solve the question without difficulty. So we're going to have the next step as 2 minus 4 multiplied by negative 1. 0 minus 1 is negative 1, and negative 4 multiplied by negative 1 is positive 4. Therefore, the answer to this question is positive 6, which again, is an integer. Okay, so here you have 6. Yeah. Okay, let's see different questions. Different questions we can do again to better understand the concept. Here they say given that y equals log of x with base 2, write the following expression in terms of y. Okay, so in terms of y, we want to rewrite this expression in terms of y. So the first part here, question number 1, we're going to rewrite this as 2. So the power here becomes a coefficient for log of x with base 2. What property is that? If I go back here, okay, this is property 3, this one here from the first part, property 3. So we have that property, we use it, and remember that this is a y, and the same thing is here. Log of x with base 2 is y. Therefore, the first question has answer 2 multiplied by y, which is 2y. The next one. Okay, for the next one, we're gonna use the product of which one? If I go back to the property again, the first one here, this one here, when you have a product and you break it down as the addition between two logs. So here, we're gonna have log of 8 with base 2 plus log of x squared with base 2. So this will turn to log of 2 to the third power, because 8 is a 2 to the third power with base 2. That's the way, you can simplify logarithm. You break it down, the expression of the number if it's possible, plus log of x squared with base 2. Okay, remember, what we have there is just 3 log. Okay, I'm going too fast. Let's just write it as a 3. We apply the property saying that, let's go back to the property, saying that, so this property here, when you have a log of a to the x power with a base a, the answer is just x. Okay, so we see 2, therefore this will be 3 plus. Okay, here we're gonna have a 2. So where did that 2 came from? That's the power. Becomes a coefficient for log. So 2 log of x with base 2. And again, remember what we have here, the log part, log of x with base 2. This is the y they give in the direction. So the answer to this question is by 3 plus 2 multiplied by y. Yeah, multiplied by y. Okay, so again, the properties are very important to understand and try to use it properly, try to use it accordingly to the question. Okay, thank you so much. Feel free to subscribe to this channel, to get more questions as this. Again, thank you.